Also, you got no afterplant util, etc. What do they back it up with?
Like
with the retake
I mean,
comp?
this is okay. It's kind of interesting. We do have a pretty
Bleed on defense, Talon on attack. Bleed are really just playing their own version of the game for sure.
The solo
Yeah,
Harbor,
the Solar Viper is good because, right, pressure over towards A, pressure over towards B. You can do something similar at the beginning with like a wall, but yeah, we'll see.
I mean, Patty Pan is. It's hard to say.
I imagine you'll see a wall like this pretty much as a default majority of the time.
Different player.
He's not your
but then once that pressure's gone for like the first
Harbor
20
player
seconds, then
so certainly scary.
then it's a lot harder to actually play attack in my mind. And on defense again, like you don't have the smoke to store.
But it is going to be, I think, pretty difficult. You know, typically the Viper.
They don't. Well, they want to flood sites, so it's weird.
I think a little bit more. Effectively,
they want to flood, they want to retake
like
with the cove.
Speaking
Speaking of the cove, no cove for pistol.
Angle, but he's been spotted out. He has to get out of there.
Yay, fully committed. No one here to help.
Oh, under a lot of pressure. Can't dash away, but ooh, still able to cut them down at their feet with that Sheriff. Good punish over by Jit Boys and Cruz, though, along with the Frenzy. Darren down to 12 HP. Has to try and play it safe. Cruz still being a bit of a menace with that Frenzy. Hopping all over the place. Spike taken away. And now the core remaining Bleed players. Bleed players fold. Not quite able.
Okay, nicely done from Talon. 1-0 in terms of the pistols, 3-2 overall. So 2 for Talon, 3 for Bleeds, and we'll see where the last pistol goes.
Darion, just too many players to really look at from that angle in that situation.
Eco going in, Scary buys a cove, potentially for a stack and then a flood retake or a
where they need to be.
Overwhelm once they tap the spike.
People are looking low. Yeah, Ye gets one, but there's no real ability to bail him out in that spot. So now Talon, after a rough start on Lotus, seems to really have found some fire. All classics again for Bleed. Gonna 4-stack A and leave Retla on his own over in kitchen.
Gary at least gets his orb on this one. Fast A take, knife hit, walk 2.
Was the right call for
maybe 1
this time. But
too much contact here for Talon's liking. You certainly don't want to run into this 4-stack with them prepared. You know, you might be able to. You could, in theory, maybe wait it out or do a double pump, but this is.
He gets the martial out. Maybe some damage.
Most teams are going to want to make in this situation is to say, okay, well, that felt a little bit like it was going to be more guns there than we'd like to deal with against an eco.
And a good call to leave Surf here because he's got nothing but a ghost. It's the same thing that we
saw
saw in Bind.
This is what we were talking about yesterday when you want to try and work out if there is a stack. If you don't have like a hard if you don't have a hard util to clear in terms of like a drone, you can use someone to do this. You work out there's a stack, they see 3 people, you can go over towards B, you can plant, and you don't give them an upgrade in terms of just a ghost. Well, it is a ghost, but it's not a crazy upgrade.
Look for some positioning. Talon has the firepower in this scenario.
Bleed though, there's a reason Scary bought the Cove, so they wanted this to happen. They're going to block Vision, Cove, and then everyone just creates a lot of chaos for the defuse.
Tosses, dodges the flash, manages to get out of dodge with a tailwind.
Jit Boys 1 molly,
it's not impossible
and honestly the molly's big.
This round off of utility. They've got the Cove, they've got the Wingman, well not anymore now that Zest is dead. But Scary just picks up a quick double with the Ghost. They continue to push up front. Ye holding the angle.
Bro.
Scary continuing to land some nasty shots. And Jit Boy's down to half HP, not quite able to take down the Fuser.
I need to see the Scary POV. How is he popping everyone?
Scary with some sharp shooting.
I mean, that was the Ghost that was dropped, right? I said the Ghost isn't too much to lose, but he manages to get 3 with it.
That, you know, we mentioned was picked up on Bind. Didn't really amount to a ton.
Yeah, and that's the Ghost down there, picks up this.
Scary, whoa, my goodness.
Double dink.
Absolutely nasty. And this Cove, really interesting here, as that's the only sort of blocking ability, right, that's out there on the map. So there's no sage wall or
completely flips this one. Cruz has his ult, but you're not going to be seeing it in an eco, I imagine. Ban buys a hero gun, Outlaw comes in, we've got everyone that can get one-shot with the Outlaw.
They're able to make good use of it. Now, Ye, that Outlaw. Ooh, missed the first, finds the second.
Darren here to back him up as well. Talon knows that they can't quite challenge this. Have to back down, but look at the angles that the Bleed players are holding. I mean, what are you gonna do? Pistols.
Here.
Serve does have a Guardian.
Well, now
That
you're
was
really
kinda nice.
afraid because
Come
there
top,
was
pick
that
up the
kill through
spike.
mid
They still
from
have the
Zest.
hero gun.
And you got to be cognizant. You can either looking in this direction because they're really afraid that somebody's going to keep pushing this angle. Trying to see if they can find a punish onto that, but there will be no such push just yet. Now finally
Best over
Zest
towards B when
opening his way
aggro picked
over.
up the orb, I'm pretty sure.
I think he saw
And
him. Yep.
Yeah. Dizzy out. Retla can peek off of it as well. Governor able to shoot down the
Yeah,
Dizzy
doesn't
in
want to
time.
overstep.
But, alright, we're just gonna set up camp. Look at this. Look at this, the skin.
I love this. Showing off the Talon skin.
You guys
But you
want
got the
wings?
opportunity. He knows the observers. Oh, that was
30
nasty.
seconds left.
The
Good
advertisement.
Woo.
He's very talented player.
I love it. He just keeps showing the skin.
Do it again, do it again.
He knows the observers are watching him.
You guys wanna buy some skins?
Well, he got one in terms of the damage done.
That's so great.
That's it. Still,
Look,
it's gonna
that
be.
just won me over. That just won my heart over right there.
You're gonna buy a bundle
I
now?
might, have
A
to
capsule?
buy, I might have to buy the Talon capsule now. That Governor just made me a big time fan.
Do it more. Do it more. I mean, why not, right? It's just you're down the last player.
Yeah.
The fact that he managed to get that flick was still pretty darn impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, Fish all
Poor Zest.
Arbor one away
Couple great
from
kills in that round
Harbor,
for Zest,
and
but he
Ye
loses to that
saved the
classic.
Outlaw,
At least he's got a good
swaps,
attitude about
and
it.
picks
I
up
mean,
the Guardian.
Yeah, look, you're stuck in
We have
spawn.
a Harbor,
You know you're like
Outlaw.
99% dead.
And it was all for this play.
Just do what you can mechanically.
Flash.
Back to it. Just tiny little exchanges. Trying to take space up over by green, but unfortunately feels that it's a little bit too hot for their liking.
Yeah, if
Ye
you
being
get-
around.
Yeah, if you get close enough there, you might be able to get a thrash around the corner.
Yeah, a
or
little bit of
something,
pressure made over towards
quite
B,
able to
and then
find it.
insta push
Talon,
back
Jit Boys
towards
able to
A,
take
and
Ye
that
down.
is... I mean,
Under
it's
the
a
two.
bonus still, we got to remember that.
Catching Ye, trying to
And this
cut him
comp in
off, but
theory
Rella
is
just
fine
has
to
get
just
out. There's no
retake,
hope
right?
there.
So that's going to let him have
Still has
sight.
his
We got
utility around the site though, so now finally
info.
lets them
Spike
go.
planted.
Ollie just didn't
Unfortunately,
reach
Spike goes down
Wingman here as
first.
well, so we still have the Cove for
So it's
the
going to be that retakes game. I mean,
the
it's really
idea
cool
of
that Talon
Cove.
has the option to leave
The
either
retake,
Jit
but-
Boys or Surf on that lurk. And they're able to provide so much value because of it. I mean, taking down Ye,
Yeah, this is a hard round for sure.
Now the rest of them just holding
Ollies
from
can
these
go
different
in.
angles. The spike is planted out in the
Especially
open for
when
them.
Scary goes down like
Gary,
that,
though,
no
trying to spray
Cove.
what he can.
Just
Able
all
to
about damage, keep an eye on the
spread out
Viper.
against Ben. Serve now, up in an elevated position, up on pipes.
Viper gets one in the back.
Back in,
Remaining.
Jit Boys with that lurk
And
finally
the
showing
observer's
its
fully on
effect.
it.
Just Talon again, once more, like we saw in Bind, working the map.
Yeah, really nicely done.
In terms of the money, though,
good
because of that
post-play
earlier
protocols
round
here.
where they had like,
The
what was it,
threat,
this one?
excuse
4
me, the
upgrades
Mosh
here, pretty
is gonna
much.
be used to make sure that the
It
wingman
might have been
can't
3,
get
I
the
can't
defuse.
remember fully, but
So even if
their
the
money's
Cove was
great.
available, it really wouldn't matter. And there was also the thrash that Cruz never had
Gonna
to
have to
invest.
lose a
He's
lot
gonna
in
be
a
able
row
hang
to
on
break
that.
this.
Zest is going to have his online as well. Scary has the Reckoning. So some big tools. Yay with the op. That's kind of
Let's
something you always got to be thinking about. No doubt that is a very, very dangerous weapon in his hands historically. Since he's come over to Pacific,
Knife
it
goes
hasn't
into
been
towards A, hits
as
no one,
kind of destructive as you would think.
and they just got the Killjoy alarm bot down
But he's gotten a lot
just
of
before the
information
knife
here.
hit.
I think he's gotta
KO
worry about
gets
his player
ult with the
coming from
KO,
out.
sorry.
Varion just left.
KO gets orb, but
They're
no ult,
expecting this
looking at the
to be
wrong
hit.
full orbs.
And it looks like Bleed has read this quite well.
All pass and stack with the early info
Alpha,
over
the
towards
timing's
A.
Not seeing too much around A. Ye is still just able to post up. The rest of the team.
I think
trying
via,
to
dude,
find
I'm too
and
chamber
extend
pilled though,
their
bro.
Control of the map towards
You're
this
asking the
B
wrong
site,
person.
But
I would, if I had
we
Ye,
are
I'd play
pretty
chamber
much
every
in
map.
position. I mean, it's good anticipation coming out from this team. High
Same,
tide at
same
the
with a
right
lot
time
of
as
players,
well.
to be honest.
There's a bit of a flash, but Talon are at the ready. I mean, Thrash getting connected as well. Scary has to do it all on his own. He wants to do it all on his own.
Got the Cove
Able
for
to push up
the
front now. Still has to
defuse
but not
again,
quite able
but
to take
yeah.
that duel up against Ben. It's gonna be Ye with the
Every single time they
operator
go for like the
left.
fast flood, I don't know,
Might
man.
not be aware that Surf
I
is
mean, this was
right
nice. They
around
kind
the
of held
corner.
back
He
and
has no
Talon
idea.
exect on
He
them.
has zero idea.
This one was a little bit different,
They've
but
kind of wrapped around
this
each
looks like
other.
they're just standing waiting.
Yay getting a little bit lucky.
Then
That there was kind of
Yeah.
a misguess by Surf as to where he had gone. They were kind of expecting him to head towards Snowman, but instead it's actually just a full-on hold back towards the A site. But what a setup here from Ban. That flash for Governor was absolutely brilliant caught 2 players with it, got 2 assists.
The overwhelm of this comp is just great.
From Yellow. That is
I feel like you can't sit back and get XX'd on against this comp. The KO, this is the thing, in my mind, when you bleed here, you gotta be the ones trying to get map control and trying to aggro on them. Because when you sit back like this, and they can KO flash, Gecko flash combo, you're just dead.
Talon
So I
has
think they need
shown that
to
they can
go
always
a little bit more
adjust and
aggro, but
even when they are working against
they
tougher rounds.
have the agents to do it, right? They can. It's one of the better teams to actually go aggro and fight.
And now on towards Icebox.
Once they take map control.
Fight, they're in for this.
Yeah, and look at this. Governor has an op.
EA changes over towards B, holds the whole line of B at the moment. Knife goes in, misses.
Jit Boys with a Viper's Pit. Zest never able to use that Thrash in the previous round.
Yeah, EA has to just back off just because of the pressure of the wall going up. Means there was a line to do this, right? So
Flash to get some players off an angle.
holding this line isn't strong enough.
A little bit potentially more information there. As I heard some of those footsteps, they were pinging out Darian's position there. They're going to readjust. Didn't like what they saw onto A.
Yeah, done it down
They're going
slide.
to be walking in to Ye's op. Let's see how they handle it.
Oh, Ye's backed off.
He's expecting that Dizzy. He knows he doesn't have much help.
Heard it. All right.
Up dash already.
Someone perhaps
Pretty out in the open
on
here.
top.
This has to be a one and done.
Orb goes in, ban one away from his ult.
No
I mean, it is Ye, but
either.
No dash on
It's
this.
a little bit too open for my liking.
boy.
Oh, flicks over.
I mean,
He just
you're gonna go down there,
scooped out
surely.
at the wrong time. A little bit unfortunate. But very lucky for Talon as they push out. Viper's Pit deployed.
I got the spike.
And domain expanded. I don't know how Bleed is going to try to retake this. Just some blind sprays, but look at how Talon are evading every single one of these bullets. You got the Thrash to try to push through and just capture a little bit more space on it. But Talon are very aware of this, and look at how Jit Boys just instantly peeks off at the off angle to cover his teammate.
This wasn't a great round, man. This was
nothing all too much
pretty
apart
painful
from
to
that.
watch.
Bleed has to, yes, exactly.
They at least saved the op.
A bit concerned now for Bleed because that
I mean, it started off bad with the positioning out in the open with no dash, and then didn't get much better.
Bleed to slide over to try to help Ye, and then Ye gets caught by the 0 point, and he's in a world of trouble even if he had the dash.
The fish used into this, yeah. I don't know if it was the first use or not, but
on his own. And
I'm hoping it wasn't.
Talon, you know, able to punish that situation. So I think if I'm Bleed, if I'm scary, you know, you got to be a little bit more on the ball. The comms have got to be a little bit better. If you see that Gecko utility, that should be one of those key indicators that there's a good chance that there's an execute coming. That Gecko utility is often, just like Sky, going to be kind of that leading utility. That you have to
the
be
Bleed
aware of
econ that was
making
really
rotations
strong
off of.
from this round in terms of ecoing them is now in the bin, so it is a must-win round. Otherwise, this is going to be an absolutely
really quickly,
disgusting
Icebox
half in terms of the scoreline.
Bleed played towards kickoffs. They had some good performances on it, but it was also on this map that they kind of dropped to global esports. So some questions in my mind right now. They were the ones that left this.
He goes
map
back to
open,
holding
though.
over towards B, but as
Talon
soon as
picked
this
the
wall comes
attack.
up, we're going to see the same issue
So
where he
it's
feels
up
like
to
someone
Bleed
might
to
have
really
walked here and
adjust
he
around
might
this.
fall
They
back.
have to show us that they have a strong enough defense. Yate back on the operator. But look at how
Whoa.
Talon just surprises and bursts through.
Yeah, this is a
with
nice
the
change
blades
up from
out
them.
and the ready. Hop talk over through the cascade.
Good luck.
Punished by Scary. Good job as Scary tries
It's
to
an
backpedal.
unlucky
But unfortunately,
reposition
Kinetic
from
will
him
not
is
work
good.
out
Is
today.
a
Surf able
good
to pepper
idea.
him down.
But Talon on top
The
of
rest
it.
of the
4
squad
middle,
now trying
1
to come
holding
back
for the
in, but
reaction as well.
Working against the numbers, perhaps
Gotta
just looking
retake
for
with a
some exit
op.
frags unless they can find an opener.
Honestly, this money is so good that I just think you just insta-save.
Really quick.
Like, it doesn't
Couple
it doesn't
kills.
matter about money
Bleed
now.
is going to be able to press this.
Good positions. Oh, look at Cruz.
There's nothing you can really do here as Bleed. You can already see Ye is basically in an angle where he's going to be saving. So
Gonna want to back out.
these pushes are not being accounted for by Bleed. You know, there was an early 0 point to check at the tube angle right as Retlo was placing his alarm bot. And then they're able to kind
the
of push
first
through
time seeing
there.
a mid play work on this map.
Big picks
Yeah,
and
it
open
is.
up some
It honestly
space.
is
And
rare.
again, Bleed just isn't able to react in time.
It's
So
nice to throw in every so often,
I
especially
would
if it
like to see
works.
a
It
timeout
creates a
right
lot
now
of pressure.
from Bleed. you need to start getting this team on the same page in terms of where they're going to be shifting their weight on the map, how they're going to be controlling some of this space.
Any kind of timeout?
The fact that
Okay, timeout goes in, they save the op. What do they want to do? Could go aggro.
Leads me to believe.
Feels like they might need to force the issue instead of just waiting. Or if they're going to play over towards B, you put the alarm bot down so that he can just hold the full line instead of
lost 3 rounds in a row.
popping his ult and being worried that someone lurks up.
Frost still as animated as ever. I do wonder what the mood is like on the Bleed comms right now, because at times it's the way that this team operates. Everyone has their role, and you expect them to kind of deliver and perform. If someone's not able to, how do the rest of them feel? How do the rest of them kind of work their way around that? I mean, you cannot.
Also in the Gecko KO comp, I really like it. I think it works on so many maps.
Third map.
Right. And I mean,
I think it has its weaknesses in terms of no hard re-clear, but I think there's so much stuff you can do to just
what's going on?
It's falling apart
make sure that it doesn't matter too much.
You can see the pain on his face. Probably isn't real thrilled with what's going on in the comms or in anything. You know, Ye still with that operator, still able to carry it over, but you got one Vandal otherwise on Zest still, and then it's a Guardian, a Bulldog, and a Stinger for Darion. But I want to give Ban a ton of credit. I think he's doing a great job on this KO so far, setting up some of these plays for Governor. So some good synergy with your KO.
Harbor is the only saving grace at the moment. Ban one away from his ult. Is it all even? Knife goes in, it's nothing. And yeah, this is much better from Ye. You gotta just force the issue a little bit more, go super aggro.
Again, Ye gets pushed up here.
And I mean, I kind of got both of the things I wanted. Get alarm bot over towards B to get early info from them coming up here, and we go aggro. Again, this alarm bot really helps someone opping if they wanted to bring that back later as well. You don't have to worry about this other avenue.
At the very least, Talon aren't exactly
Talon expecting something aggro, and
yet.
they're pretty much right in terms of this.
Now the alarm bot's been placed quite a bit further forward.
AO Flash just popped over towards A to make sure that Ye can get a deeper angle.
A little bit quicker, but Talon's been pretty good about
KO
when they want to pull the
with
trigger.
this orb, insta-pop. And we're going to keep an eye on middle with 2 people here. Gecko committed towards... Yeah, lovely trades. Then we're going to look at middle here. Timing on timing.
And there is that go signal. You've got the double
turret.
in the form of
MVP turret saves him.
And they're kind of watching each other's backs. This B squad. Team Bravo doing what they need to do and shutting down some of these rotations. Ye's operator has been taken off of his
Not the best run to have after you do a timeout.
But Talon picked up the win.
Well, they took 1 bullet, basically.
Talon is just so on the ball in so many different ways. That combo there with the utility from Ban to really create the space that they need to get that execute going.
Like, this is such an insane sign.
Scary.
You got 2 people that are like 300 away from 9k, taking such little damage, they only have to rebuy.
It's very
much util, no armor.
Like that. Yeah, Voice too.
Surf wins against Ye. That's the one I'm thinking of as well. It's just everywhere. They're winning these battles. I mean, they are completely fired up. They're completely on point.
Okay, same plan.
Same plan.
Same setup. Scary still holding on to the Reckoning. What are we going to do? Talon, on the other hand, is still pumping on these brakes, holding a bit of defaults, at least for the first 10 or so seconds. Bleed not making a move, and pretty soon, once more, it's that Alpha and Bravo squad. You got Serve holding on to the spike this time, though. Wonder.
Yeah, not gonna be overstepping here. Okay, B default, and they saw the
trying to pull off
alarm bot here last time. So are they gonna go close and just check if that's here?
If they can get around Ye. But the funny thing is somehow this has never been revealed that he's been doing this. This aggressive position on A.
Yeah, they found the alarm bot. We get a lot of pressure over towards B. Does Ye hold strong? Yes, he does. Does he get traded?
Gets up the first one.
No, he doesn't.
Pulls out.
Push over towards B.
Now
pulled out the reactive Harbor, and this guy gets out of there. Now what? 30 seconds. A call needs to be made. We go through middle to B. Honestly, Killjoy's gonna do it all. What a flash!
Oh wow! Not spotted at all. Actually, just taking down Retla really quickly. Very safe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Zest is gonna catch him.
Good holds.
10 seconds left.
We're just now going to have to buy time for the rest of the team to rotate over. Meanwhile, Talon are in prime position to actually hold some of these spots. Look at ban up by Kitchen. As soon as he spots the barrel, Ye tries to peek out, but unfortunately nothing.
Oh man, they look great. They're all over them. Even this reaction was pretty good over towards middle. The flash was good. It's just a sick round from Ban altogether. Flash to enable the most important kill of the rounds, and then the double kill here is great.
Get a free kill onto him. Then he's able to hold that Kitchen angle. Governor been playing great. Seems much more comfortable on that jet.
Awesome.
And he's so ready. He's so ready for it. And Bleed just, after that timeout, still not able to find anything. You know, Scary there panicking with that Reckoning.
Yeah, hero gun, we got knives out.
Hits, but Talon's doing a great job baiting out these ultimates, baiting out this utility. Ye does have the Blade Storm. It is shocking after how good that Lotus was for Bleed to see them just kind of collapse this much.
I'm really wondering what do the comms sound like for Bleed right now. Talon, on the other hand, I mean, you're absolutely right. Dictating the pace with all of these little movements, little plays, tricking Bleed into biting the bait. So there has to be some adjustment now, because after this, you're starting to wonder, are they going to go into B again? I mean, that's what we've seen for the past 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's got to go bail out the KO.
With the blades
Yeah, had to go aggro to bail out the KO here. 1 for 1, 11 HP, probably goes down. Lovely shot.
They don't quite have the firepower. Jit Boys very sharp with it. Darren coming in for a bit of trade. The Thrash able to connect and land as well.
Nice.
No mercy.
That nearly gets his ult again as well. 2 more rounds on this one. Surf has his ult. Looking convincing.
Runaway freight train. 7 rounds in a row that they've strung together. All lockdown as
The
well.
Op, no armor. What's
One
going
away
on?
from a couple ults of their own is Bleed.
What do they want to do?
But
No
man,
rifle?
oh man, there is just no stopping them. Yeah, Blade got, or excuse me, Ye got 1 with the blades. That was it. We just haven't seen that same level of explosiveness.
Yeah, the reads for Bleed. Although we have some kills, no explosiveness, no adjustments. The reads against whatever Talon's trying to pull off, not quite there, Paperton.
I agree. And you're not seeing those incredible multi-kills.
The 3-person shut down over towards B and no one goes B. Talon have done an insanely good job at avoiding either the aggro pushes at the beginning or the stacks. If I'm on Bleed at the moment, I'm getting pretty annoyed that they keep picking the right side, essentially.
Got the tailwind and updraft up onto the top of Generator. Spike planted. High Tide blocking everything off.
Oh, look at Governor.
Lockdown just blocking it.
Are they going to expect this?
Getting the sub mode in? Yeah, that's fair.
Surely they have to, but if not, at least a couple of players going down. Oh, there it is!
Damn, bro, this is...
Such a big burst. 2 players.
Red Light _ VLR, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Welcome in. 9, bro, they look so convincing. This guy's literally reaching 9k without the extra bonus at the end.
With the calling, reading and playing the map, the rest of his team executing his plans to perfection.
It's just wonderful what they're doing. I am so impressed with the way that they're using the map to their advantage, constantly taking
getting his 2k at the end, bro. He's 1 away from another ult as well.
And there was some awareness of Bleed that position could be where Governor was, but he's just better. He's just better right now.
They
And
get the double op out,
You're
the
gonna double
backup
op.
op. Yeah,
Why not?
so they'll have a backup gun somewhere just in case they go aggro. They dodge the knife, and they might go aggro into this. So you imagine there's a KO flash into a peak.
Potentially shut down any of those big ults that are sitting in Bleed's hands, because they've got 3.
They flash out into the peak, and they are very ready for it. Dude, he hit both. I'm telling you, Talon are all over them in terms of predicting and going to the right sides. It is.
And Talon just,
I mean, it's outrageous, man.
Read and anticipated that.
You must just feel like nothing can work when you're Bleed.
Every step since Lotus has been.
They set back at the beginning of the game, they got wrecked, and then now they go aggro, and Talon are on top of the fact that they're going to go aggro.
Wow. Oh my god.
Just an absolute
They might not expect him here yellow.
Walks forward by himself.
But they're going back to the other side.
Evens out the numbers a little bit. That's not too bad for Bleed right now.
It's so unfair. At least give this guy the kills. He's in a position they don't expect.
They feel the heat, so back on towards A.
Can't catch a break. It's a lot. I mean, it's just been lovely from Talon.
Scary is right around the corner. Might have heard a little something, so coming back in to investigate with that Guardian, but playing it safe enough to rendezvous with Darian before he goes in for the hit.
These lurks pay off so well for Talon. In terms of information on the map, great Dizzy there. Right. Lets them know.
Yeah, and there's even mollies on this one. We go around the world. We can set off the mollies from far away. They dodge the KO with it. Yeah, that was very, very smart.
Oh yeah, I love it. Genius. But here we go.
Dude, they got everything so right at the moment. Cove goes in, gets half, spammers.
Scary sticks the defuse all the way, almost through, but
almost. Hey, Ban in the last rounds, did he get 3k, 2k, 3k? He's fragging really heavy.
That's gonna be just the end of the first half.
My thoughts on the solo harbor? Yeah, I don't like it really. It doesn't create enough pressure on attack, and it doesn't have enough stall on defense.
The only rounds that Bleed is able to win in that first half.
Bio UK with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Welcome in. Thank you for that. Welcome into the Slug Club, bro. I appreciate the Prime usage.
And the one thing that really impressed me these last couple maps is the way that Talon is able to use the information. The comms are good, right? Like, Surf is all over the place. He's going around the world.
It should look a lot better on attack than it looks on defense.
He's still got that signal.
And he's got help from, like, Jit Boys as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, they really cranked the music up. What is this?
Really able. Cruz himself from time to time will go on lurks. So
very versatile.
There's so much that's going on in their heads, and they're able to keep track of so much. They're able to make these rotations. Back away from B after Zets gets that double. You know, they explore it a little bit, and then Surf's like, nah, I'm already on A nest. Like, come on over. Site's clear. Water's fine.
100, 0, 100.
Over yet, so.
Pretty good his ups. Pretty good.
Brilliant stuff we're seeing from it. It's like as
you can upload while streaming. That's like the main thing.
Talon has gotten better and better and better.
Double.
That's right. Coordination, cohesion,
double
it's all
sheriff,
working out for them. The
triple
protocols
ghost.
are pristine. Even in that previous round, you saw Governor up on top of screens. Even if he does take a bit of contact, Cruz was right underneath him to support with that off angle. Yeah. There's so much going right for Talon right now that unless Bleed are able to pick up this pistol right now, it might just be game over.
Yeah, I agree. Has to be. And you can see that even in
terms of pistols overall,
in
terms of this map.
Try to get this done for Bleed. I mean, they're going big or going home, and you have to. Absolutely right play, I think. Already across, over to the pipes, but it's going to be backed off by the utility. 0 point going to connect. Jit Boys not going to.
I like this from Talon as well. There's a wall over towards B. They dizzied through. And they just sent it with a dash as well, so they have a fast flank here.
How much information they have.
They know. Scary is watching the back though, so don't want to overextend all too much. Taking the bigger, wider angles. Oh, but just sniped down with the sheriff from Governor. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Talon Governor. The rest of them now, after getting that bit of contact, want to come back in for a bit of trade. Cruz just jump peeks it, gets all of the information. Talon are in control.
I mean, you would think it'd be a bit of a downgrade to go to a sheriff from being a governor, but in this case, I think they'll take it. I think it's totally fine.
And they're walking into the site with the turret, the 4-person stack, and the molly. They just didn't create enough pressure elsewhere. Like, they cut sound, but they didn't actually push anyone off. So they should expect there's a lot of people here. That is a great shot. And the sheriff's there.
Goes up, able to shoot down Ban. Governor in for a bit of a trade. Now holding on the positions. Darian comes back into fight as well.
Hey.
All these fists flying, and it's going to be Zest who sticks the plant. Cruz now
I thought the spam was going to go there, and then it was going to be pretty much a done round. Okay, Bleed win out on pistols 4-2 overall, 1-1 on this map. And
I mean, it felt like Talon was going to win that.
They're on the easier half. There's at least that.
With that opening pick from
Let's see how the harbor looks.
And now you just have to going even deeper into the economy. You have to keep winning. You have to keep snowballing. If you're Bleed, Darian having a really nice round for himself, kind of matching a little bit, a very, very little bit of what Ban was doing on the other side. But Ban has had a
Okay, so they're allowed 2 deaths.
Still good.
This is one of the riskier
I
buys
think
for
it shows
sure.
that Bleed aren't just like asleep. And Ye's definitely not asleep, getting that walk-up duel like that. Darren here to back him up. So a bit of that tandem, that duo working together again, and Bleed needs so much more of it. Got a couple of upgraded pistols, just keeping it in the bank. Reading Talon's position.
This is cool from Talon as well. They notice that there's a lot of people over towards A. They insta group up and they're going to push middle. The turret's going to spot them, so what's the reaction after that?
Talon has a bit of a pistol plan now.
Oh, this guy's loon. That's mad. Like, that is mad. He has 2, 3 people shoot the turret and then swings.
It's like they knew what the protocol would be, that there'd be just the Killjoy, and they could overstack that angle.
I'm not sure about that move.
They got that separate squad again, going in to retrieve the weapon that was fallen.
And then now there's 2 guns down. They pick up one. There's another one over towards Heaven.
Took down Scary.
Couple of low HPs.
Every piece of damage that Talon does here is just more painful for Bleed.
Oh boy.
Is he tossed out? Wingman to clear, under hell, under rafters. Nobody's available. Serve,
Oh, HP, so someone
bit
might
more
clean it up.
damage.
We need to keep an eye on Jit
Slowly
Boys.
bending
He might go
down
super
down
late with
down.
us.
Wow.
One
Jeez.
enemy remaining.
All right, Ye swapped down over to the Ghost, just protecting the
It's a
spike
nice
with the
recovery. It got a little bit
Well,
close.
he's
I'm
gonna
pretty
lose
sure
his
at one
Phantom
point they decided to
potentially.
just do damage with how Jit Boys played
I
it.
think he's... Oh! Yeah,
Just
able to make it
barely.
out.
Oh, so close.
So although it is
I mean, that's a
win for
costly
Bleed
round.
in
It
this
doesn't
round,
bode well for the comeback.
Damage sustained. Gotta repair the
One
hull.
away from his
I thought
knives.
Jit Boys was going to catch him on the exit.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm that confident in Talon right now. Like, with the way they're playing, I'm like, everything they do.
Like 1 split second.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's why I thought he might lose it, but yay, that's very fortunate he's able to hang on to that Phantom. And I mean, he's still focused. He's still dialed
Good.
in.
Stay in the
But
moment.
look at Governor's already 1 away from a Blade Storm. So even if they go on an eco, they lose this round. Could have a game-changing ult.
And what happened to
Good
that
amount of
glass
info
half
this
full,
one. And I'm
paper
not
thin?
sure if the
It's
attack
gone.
knife hit anything, but
Well, it's now it's Talon's
lead at the
glass.
moment every
It's
single
not Bleed's
time.
glass
Pretty
anymore.
much A control for free. I know it's early on though
Talon
still.
glass from the Talon team capsule.
That's right. All it took was that moment. that was the game-changing play to
My
show us
word.
the capsule.
I'm going to play the opposite of paper thin right now. I'm going to be devil's advocate. Bleed, you know, with that round from before, some of them are on pistols, so they get to buy a
nice
buyback
setup.
up. They've got the rifles. If they can convert this to the bonus,
Yeah, that creates a lot of
perhaps
pressure
you
over
might be
towards
able
here.
to see
Pops
some
the
more
mollies
rounds
as
coming
well.
from
So
them, and then maybe have a bit more of a shot.
50-second mark, they
Not
create
only that,
good pressure.
that
Knife
would
goes in,
instill a
hits
lot
2 as
more
well.
hope and confidence
Knife
in the
goes
rest
in,
of
but
the
only
teammates.
clears this
And all
close
it started-
area,
all it
so
took was one
doesn't
player
fully
to make it happen.
give them
Sometimes
too
that's what
much.
you need.
And this wall goes over towards B. It
Ye
is
going in for
spotted.
some of these
Does that
duels that way.
cause a cause a
Once the rest
rotate
of the
over?
team sees that,
So this
alright,
wall
he's
over
doing it,
towards B,
he's putting in
and the
the
fact
effort,
that they
he's
cut
putting in the
sound
work.
over towards
I gotta
A
do the same thing.
means that A's now a
Look,
little
I
bit
have
weaker.
no doubt that
seconds
these
left.
players are capable of turning
Monkey
it around.
Meatloaf, thank you so much, man.
Bit of
Appreciate the
dash
6
in and
months.
out for Ye, trying to poke and prod, trying to figure
Thank
out
you,
what's going
thank
on.
you.
A huge util dump on top of him, and Surf gonna find 1, finds 2.
Spike down
Puts up the
A.
wall. Now there's a green wall in front of Bleed. They can't break through it.
Wow.
10 seconds left.
One enemy
Holding some of
remaining.
these angles. Good shot.
Oh.
Scary up on the zip
Oh,
line.
the spike dropped too far away. It's just fully done.
Help, but running out of time.
Yeah,
4
no
seconds
time on
left.
this.
Yeah, it's
Can't
over.
get the plant. Governor
Yeah, I
knows
was unlucky
it.
on that. You're done from Talon.
Oh no,
I love when
Not
paper
like
thing
this.
goes hi-ya.
not like this.
Hi.
Yeah. It's, I can't believe Scary hit that shot from a rope.
That was, yeah. A little bit of a circus play, but still, I mean, it just tells you that Talon are holding the position,
holy.
throwing a little bit of shade. What you got, Scary?
1 away from that dude.
said he was
We're 1 away
back.
from a lot of ults here.
After he won Ascension.
It's about to
I mean,
get
he was good early.
He
about
was.
to get
he
pretty
was.
wild. People get some kills, get some orbs
He's
here.
been pretty good today, actually. I mean, he's been the best player.
In terms of the
Hands
money
down.
as well, Talon win a round with
But
1 person
it's even the
surviving,
ideal
so
will look good
a
to
loss
start.
bonus would be a
Since then,
nightmare.
it seems like he's not really able to kind of keep his grasp on the map. And that's a huge credit.
Is this
Talon
orb still
putting
here?
Cruz back into the leadership
Yeah,
role,
so I mean,
knowing
if
that
Harbor
he
gets
has a
this,
ton of
this
that
is a free
experience.
ult, and then they could
He's
ult the
been there,
site.
done that, and he's able to keep his mental in check through 3 maps.
I concur. That's really what's happening right now, and it just feels so great.
And
if
they
you're on
push
Talon
in
right
as
now.
well.
That's why
Could be a
Surf's
good ult for
popping off
after
because
plant. This is a
X
nice
teammates, once
lineup.
again, Mosh pit lineup back in.
Yeah,
They've got
Harbor gets
all
the ult.
space. Bleed. Ooh.
Ye gets his ult with a
Catches
kill
an
as well.
unsuspecting
Plant
Jit Boys
goes
now
in.
Bleed.
Zest one away from his ult.
Although they lost the previous round, still very much in this race.
Just got
Are
the
they gonna
nanos
save?
on the spike, so you got to play up close and personal here as
Interesting.
Bleed.
Yeah, everyone's
any other
money's
close
low.
money utility,
11-4. They don't want to take too many
have
risks, so
a
they just
reckoning.
decide to save.
And it's going to just be a save for Talon. Yeah, this is right. This is the correct
I mean,
play because
if you bleed,
look at
you're fine with it, though.
look at the economy and look how many rounds you have ahead of you.
True.
It's a long road before Bleed even comes close to making this look like it's a contentious map.
Swarm grenade out.
Now what I'm thinking about is next few rounds, Yay, Scary, holding on to their ultimates.
True.
A lot of potential that they can make happen with those tools.
Grab an orb for Zest. Get that,
Oh, yeah.
get that Thrash. A lot of tools.
Want to hear your thoughts on a comp? Breach,
So it's
Brim,
possible
Viper,
for
Neon,
Bleed to
Chamber.
climb back
Which
up.
wait, which map is this? Because Breach is pretty
Meanwhile, for
limited to some
Talon
maps.
right now, just needing 2 more rounds. They've done a good job so far.
It has like no
They've shown us
info.
really
I
interesting
would
strats,
just,
especially
I would
with
judge against that
some of the
comp all
pistol
day
ones
and
where they wrap
probably
back
wreck
around
you.
their screens,
Bind,
working together as a team,
you would get-
holding some of these
you would get
defensive
2 rounds on
angles up on
attack
the A site.
maximum. What's the issue with that?
What are they going to do next?
Jit Boys and Surf. Maybe going to have a lot of pressure in their face. Jit Boys seemingly took that 0 point intentionally.
I would just judge Hookah
Curious.
the whole time.
Trying to bait them around into this crossfire.
You could never
Pretty
take
quick
Hookah
rotation now
control.
from Cruz and Ban. So this is going to be a pretty tough take. These ultimates, if they're gonna come out, are gonna
Big
have to
Jewel.
hit. They're gonna have to hit hard. Oh no, not like that.
Timing on this.
Off timing.
Dude, how was the alarm bot?
Still a little bit unlucky,
I mean,
but still,
the
rest
alarm
of
bot
the
got
team
placed
have
so
their protocols
aggro,
to
he
push
saw
up
it, picked the
onto
perfect
B site,
pathing
off
around
of
it.
the high tide, off of some of the dizzy tosses. Ye has collected up on so much space. Cruz holds its ground though. Surf comes back in, anticipating some of these angles. Now 2 players left, and
Yeah,
Scary
Bleed need a
has his
hero.
work cut out for him.
Official
Drove
if they want
down.
it. Guys
Cuts
committed
off
over
mid.
towards site.
Tries to hold it off.
Might have to
Zest
use
still
official now to have
alive,
some
has the
impact.
Thrash, needs to play for time. Tries to stay alive
Ooh.
too. They might not know that Scary's still here.
Oh
but
boy.
then the sudden peek out from Surf. He crouches, not quite able to connect the shot.
Nicely handed from Talon.
And a 1-on-3, not quite doable for Zest. He just peeks out,
And
trying to do what he can, but
is that it?
that's going to be it for now. Talon reaching match point.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of confusion, a little bit of indecision for Bleed cost them. You know, Retla coming back in to play for this Bleed squad looks like he's not quite fully
Sun
integrated.
Omelets with the 16 months. Thank you so
Not
much, bro.
quite aware of
Of course,
the
bro. I
open
appreciate
space
the
that's being left open on the map.
support.
Governor makes him pay, and
Thank you for doing
Governor
that.
swoops in to collect that last kill, and now you're 1 away from Talon taking this match after losing
Hopefully it's like a
their map
good
pick
busy.
of Lotus.
Okay, 7
position.
chances to end this.
They can have a great start to stage 1.
I mean,
Ice
the trend of
goes
it right
in.
now, it's-
We got
as these teams
no
try and
backup
pull out some of
guns,
these
so
lurks, doesn't quite work out for
KO
Bleed.
knife
Meanwhile, you
against
got
this would
players
be
like Surf
everything.
and
We've
Jit
got
Boys
Alarm Bot to get the early
working so well as a duo. Look at how they're
info,
positioned again
and
on
Talon
B.
playing the delay comp,
Knowing
so
that,
the rotate
alright,
is
Bleed's
going to
gonna
come
try
in
and go
here.
for this. Both teams rotated
And
over.
this
Governor's
knife
trying to set up a
is...
bit of a flank.
Whoa,
Ye
boy.
with the angle
Yeah,
that
nicely
hops
done,
up
that.
and
And that was the
finds
person
Ban
who
with his
he was
knife.
worried about the most in terms of the knife taking his ult away.
Bit of a flying knife now. The rest of the team just trying to work against the spike plant. Scary, able to catch a player as he tries to shoot out.
Okay.
Darian holding the angle, turning this firefight into an advantageous one for Bleed. Surf wanting to fight back. Governor no longer going in for the flank. Too many players ahead of them.
That's funny.
So it's gonna
It
be
doesn't matter
back
though. In
to
the long term, the
save.
thing, the
We
kill
have
literally
the
changes
advantage.
nothing.
No need to do all too much.
Yep. I love that they're very aware that they don't need to give any extra to Bleed. A great execute here. A lot of knowledge in where that high tide is going to be for Ye, knowing that he has just enough of an angle to catch players if they swing wide out towards Snowman. And then Scary getting a big pick onto Jit Boys. That's basically the round done. Not able to stop the defuse were Talon. They tried to commit to it, they tried to, but they just came up short of being able to clear the wingman. Because Cove wasn't invested there, right? The Cove was saved
Yeah.
for that res onto Darian. So too big of a deal in terms of the long-term scope of things, but I would be more excited about that res on a Darion if it just didn't take one
Right,
more
7
round
down
for
to
Talon.
6.
Because that would have been a huge turn.
They're
of
just
economy,
gonna stack
right? Like, you're
orbs,
able to keep
though.
your gun in that situation, things
Right,
like
you
that,
could
but
imagine that
instead, it's
at
like,
one
well, they
point they're gonna get 5
need to win
ults.
every round anyway.
They don't need to use these ults unless the round
They
gets
have plenty
close.
of money, so plenty of ults in the bag. Talon going to be working with some of their own governor up and over.
And it's
Huge.
Spike.
Spike down,
Gets
attacker
zapped.
spawn.
They at least get numbers and they take
Just
a bit
a
of a
big
time in going
investment.
towards middle.
I
We
mean,
do just check window. Do they even consider this as a
Bleed are
possibility?
able to
It
pull off
looks
some surprises
like
the
they
previous
don't.
round.
Pretty confident that they think that
When it goes back
Killjoy
into it,
covered the angle
he heard that
fast
rope.
enough.
Now making use of mid, exactly. They knew Governor did something. Now trying to look for him. Spotted him out. There's
an open
the
B site.
captured. Gonna have to make
Massive
use of
jaw
some of
here.
these positions though. Retla now dipping back and forth.
It's a good read.
He didn't see anyone though.
No.
Talon putting themselves in position. Just
Man.
setting up for it.
Kind of revealed his position here. Cove going to be used this time to make sure the plant goes
Spike
down.
planted.
But I like what Bleed does here. They recognize the open space in the kitchen quickly. Take advantage
Double
of
molly
it.
for Spike. There
Give
goes
themselves
one.
A chance here in this round.
Knife clears all of close, so they don't have to
points
worry
extra
about that.
decided to
Fish
clear.
ult,
They know they
Killjoy
are
ult.
all
Is
around
anyone
yellow and green.
gonna go around the world for the
Thrash
Killjoy
sends
ult?
it out. Timing a little bit off. Thresh doesn't
player
quite
standing.
connect.
Dude doesn't
but
even need to
Serb
ult.
peeks off of it. Now it's gonna be down to Ye. Jitboy sticking the
it's
deep
done.
use. He's got the poison cloud. Serb
Holy hell.
pressure's
Surf didn't even want to
on.
ult here. He just straight out
13
duels
to
everyone.
6.
Nicely done from Talon.
Such a
Yeah, the
big and
risky comps
triumphant
for
win
Bleed
Talon
did not
Esports.
pay off.
And some of the
And if they're not
players,
good for a
Serb
one and done,
Cruz,
that's
as they play
yeah,
against their
that's a worry.
ex-teammates, scary.